Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Johnny Fisher obliterates Alen Babic in 36 seconds, was it? I don't think Babic landed a punch. He came out very aggressively, tried his usual swinging routine. But look, if you haven't got the greatest chin and you're outweighed by about 30 pounds or whatever it is, 40 pounds, you can't walk in the front door with your chin held high, huge gaps in your defence, and expect to take punches. And he, for some reason, he did. He just walked straight at Fisher. And then Fisher landed, I think it was a 4-punch combination. Babic hit the floor, got up all over the place, legs were all over the place, turned around, wanted to continue. The referee rightly stopped it. Babic's legs were gone, but this was like fistic suicide. You know, this is boxing. This is not fighting. You've got to know how to box. You've got to have some semblance of defence. You know, I've said all along that Babic shouldn't be a heavyweight. He should be down at cruiser if he can make it, because, what was he, 216 coming into this fight or something like that? Yeah, I mean, he just got blown away, didn't he? Look, I said this would, I think my prediction said third round for Fisher. I didn't think it would be over quite this quick. I mean, there's always a chance when you've got a guy who's a bit chinny and another bloke who can bang a bit. But Babic, yeah, he just walked into the furnace and bang, 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 it was all over against a much bigger man who can whack a bit. As for Fisher, you know, he's a young man. This is a okay. It's you know, it's a good win. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it isn't. I still think he needs to be brought on quite slowly, incremental steps. He's the Southern area champ. He's 25 now, so that's no kind of age for a heavyweight. You know, get his profile up. He sells an incredible amount of tickets. He's got that everyman appeal. They all love him. He seems like such a nice young man as well. You see him interviewed. Seems like, you know, comes from a good family. He's a reflection of how good a human being can be when they have a great family behind them. He's got the great team. You know, Tibbses are there with him. 6'4", and he's quite got a reasonable height, you know, good height for a heavyweight. He's not absolutely one of the monsters, but at the same time, I mean, blasting through Alen Babic, it doesn't really do a lot for me. I mean, in terms of his progression, we want to see him in competitive fights at a certain level. I mean, Harry Armstrong came to fight. I think he went down in the first, but came back into the fight, was landing punches, was making things awkward for Johnny Fisher. But that's how you learn. We want experience for Johnny Fisher. We want him to go, you know, rounds where he's able to put into practice the things he's been learning in the gym. Because, you know, you can perfect something in the gym with repetition. It can become second nature. But when you're under those lights, you need that experience to put it into play. And I'm not saying Johnny can't do it. I mean, he hasn't put a foot wrong as a pro so far. But I want to see him in against a tough guy who can take a wallop. You know, Moses Atama is fighting Marius Vac. Now, I think that's a really good matchup for a young fighter. Moses was he like 19 or 20 or something? But I want to see a similar matchup for Johnny. You know, like a Kevin Johnson. Johnson, I think, is past it now. I don't know if he's quit or not. But you want to see someone who can take a wallop and is going to ask questions of you. But I like Johnny Fisher. I mean, I think he's coming along nicely. He shouldn't be hurried, shouldn't be rushed. I think they're talking about to send him to Australia to fight someone, or, you know, Copper Box apparently is 20 minutes down the road from where he lives. All his fans can get there. I don't see why they shouldn't have a few fights, maybe go for the English. David Adeleye, that would be an interesting fight for Johnny. I like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Someone who knows how to defend themselves needs to be in with Johnny Fisher, because Babic, Jesus Christ, he just walked in with his hands, huge gaps in his defence, and bang, bang, bang against a guy who outweighs you by 2 or 3 stone. There's only one result to that. But hey, onwards and upwards for Johnny Fisher. Good luck to the guy. All right, then. Let me know what you think about this matchup, this fight. What do you think about Fisher? How far can he go? Leave all your comments below. I'd like to read them, and I'll answer as many as I can. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe. That'd be fantastic. And also, please, I'll hit the like button as well, because I count them, apparently. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'll get you later. And, yeah, bye for now.